Wake up, Arthur. Arthur, the big red tank engine, loves working on the fishing village line on the island of Sodor. He loves delivering trucks of fish. He likes the smell of it, and the other engines don't. Arthur loves to be really useful, but sometimes he can work too hard, and that can make him feel tired. It was the end of a busy day. Arthur puffed into Brendan Docks with the last of the fish trucks. He was very pleased to be finished. He had been working hard all day. Now I can go and have a nice long rest, he thought to himself. But he couldn't. The Fat Controller arrived to see him. Arthur, I am very proud of you, he smiled. You have worked very hard today, and that makes you a really useful engine. Arthur beamed with pride. Thank you, sir, he smiled. Now, Arthur, I need you to work on the post train tonight, said the Fat Controller. Tom's is needed early tomorrow morning, so you are to take his place. Arthur was worried. He had never pulled the post train before. He often saw Thomas and Percy pull the post trucks on his way home. Why me, sir? Arthur asked. Because I know I can trust you, answered the Fat Controller, and I know that you won't let me down. Arthur wasn't sure. He was feeling tired and wasn't sure if he was up to the job. But he knew really useful engines always did as they were told. Now go straight to the washdown and then meet Percy at the post depot, said the Fat Controller. Yes, sir, said Arthur, but he wished he was as confident as he sounded. Soon Arthur was covered in soap and bubbles. The cleaners worked hard to get rid of the stinky fish smell, but Arthur was still unsure about pulling the post train. Toby puffed alongside. Arthur gave a big yawn. Wake up, Arthur, said Toby. You'll need to be on your way in a bit. I'll try, Toby, yawned Arthur, but he knew it wasn't going to be easy. As soon as he was clean, his driver pulled the lever and Arthur set off to the post depot. Good luck, called Toby, ringing his bell. Arthur puffed along the line, still feeling tired. His puff didn't feel as strong as he wanted to be. I wish I was back in my nice warm shed, he groaned. Don't worry, said his driver. You will be, as soon as the job is done. When Arthur arrived at the post depot, it was dark. Percy and the two post trains were waiting. Arthur was soon coupled up to the train. Percy was pleased to see him. Hello, Arthur. I bet you're excited about tonight, whistled Percy. But Arthur just gave a yawn. Sorry, he groaned. I was hoping to be in my shed tonight. Just then the postmaster arrived. Now then, you two, there's a lot of post to collect tonight, he explained. Please make sure all the post is collected and delivered on time. The Fat Controller is relying on the both of you. Soon Percy's trucks were loaded. The guard shut the door and blew his whistle. Goodbye, Arthur, and good luck, whistled Percy, and he raced away. Soon Arthur's train was ready as well. The guard shut the door and blew his whistle. But nothing happened. He tried again. Still nothing. Arthur had fallen asleep. Wake up, Arthur, shouted his driver. It's time to go. Oh, yes, sir, sighed Arthur, and he puffed away. Arthur puffed along the main line towards the first station, but his wheels felt tired and his pistons felt pumped out, but he puffed on. I know, he thought, I'll try and get a bit of sleep at the first stop. They soon arrived at Cowan Station to collect the first lot of post sacks. Arthur was glad they stopped. Now he was sure he could have a bit of a rest. So while the men loaded the sacks, Arthur went to sleep. He didn't sleep for long though, because soon it was time to go. Wake up, Arthur, shouted the fireman. Time we're on our way. Arthur woke up. Yes, sir. He yawned and he set off again. As Arthur puffed through Henry's tunnel, he felt even more tired. He tried to keep his eyes open, but they felt heavy, and he couldn't stop yawning. Come on, Arthur, called the driver. Tom Tibble will be waiting for us. We cannot be late. Arthur sighed, so he took a big puff and raced faster. He didn't want to be late, so he decided to try and catch some more sleep at the next stop. Soon Arthur puffed into Tidmouth Station. Tom Tipper hadn't arrived yet. Arthur was pleased. Now he could catch up on his sleep. The driver and fireman climbed out of the cab and went to the tea room with the guard to collect some coffee. This'll keep us warm, smiled the driver. And awake, chuckled the guard. Poor Arthur, said the fireman. Still, I'm sure he'll be all right. But he had spoken too soon. No one had noticed that Arthur's brake was not set properly and that it was very stiff. But Arthur wasn't looking. He was sound asleep. Suddenly there was a loud clunk, and then a hiss of steam flew from beneath Arthur's wheels. Then Arthur's wheels began to move. He puffed forward slowly and then started to go faster. When the driver and fireman saw this, they gasped. They raced towards Arthur's cab, but it was too late. Arthur and the post train had left, and the driver, fireman and guard were all stranded on the platform. "He's puffing away in his sleep," cried the driver. "Now what will we do?" asked the guard. As Arthur raced under a bridge, Tom Tipper gasped when he saw what had happened. He stopped the van, got out and shouted at the top of his voice, "Wake up, Arthur!" But Arthur was puffing so fast he didn't hear him. The signalman soon heard what had happened and stopped all traffic as quickly as he could. Then he ran out of the signal box, and as Arthur puffed past he shouted too, "Wake up, Arthur!" But it was no use. Arthur, with plenty of steam, kept on puffing. The signalman telephoned for help. "We've got to stop Arthur!" he shouted. When the inspector heard the news, he raced all town. "Hurry, Harold!" he cried. "This is an emergency!" "I'm ready!" called Harold. Soon he was flying high into the sky. This emergency reminded Harold about the time Thomas ran away. This was different. Arthur was puffing in his sleep and would be in even more trouble if he wasn't stopped. When Percy heard the news, he left his shops and hurried to find Arthur. "Hold on, Arthur!" he whistled. "We're coming!" At last, Arthur began to slow down. His wheels were moving slowly and his trucks rattled even less. But he still slept as he puffed along the line. As he puffed towards the airport, Harold landed quickly. As the inspector ran onto the platform, Percy raced in. Arthur puffed slowly into the station, and like before, the inspector jumped in and screwed the brake hard on. At last, Arthur stopped. As he did so, he woke up with a shock. He gasped when he saw Percy, Harold, and the inspector. "How did I get here?" he asked. "It's a long story, chap," said Harold. "You were puffing in your sleep," explained the inspector, "but it's all right, you're safe now." Arthur was surprised, but then a thought came to him. "What will the Fat Controller say?" he asked. He soon found out. The Fat Controller arrived on board Bertie the bus. He came to see Arthur. "Are you all right, Arthur?" he asked. "I was very worried about you. All of us were." "I'm okay, sir. Just confused, that's all," said Arthur. The driver, fireman and guard were pleased that Arthur wasn't hurt. "I'm very sorry to have got you all so worried," moaned Arthur. "I didn't mean to cause all this trouble." "It's all right, Arthur," said the Fat Controller. "As long as you're safe, that's all that matters. Now that this is all over, you just rest your wheels, and I will get Oliver to take over the post train for you." Arthur felt sad. "It wasn't all your fault," the Fat Controller went on. "I should have realised how tired you were and asked someone else to do the job." "I know," smiled Percy. "Why don't you have a rest and then come back to work when you're ready?" Everyone agreed it was a good idea. "While you rest, Arthur, Oliver and Troll will help out as well," said the Fat Controller. "Then continue your work when you feel ready." "Yes, sir," said Arthur. "I will do a better job this time, I promise." Soon Percy was on his way with his train again. He was pleased that his friend Arthur wasn't damaged or hurt. "I hope he's doing all right," he thought to himself. Oliver and Toad were soon at work as well. They raced happily along the line with the post train. They had heard what had happened to Arthur, and they felt sorry for him. Soon Arthur was back at work pulling his train, but he had a long thought about the night's events and what had happened. "I think I need to think more before I puff in future," he thought to himself, "because even engines like me can make mistakes." "And you need plenty of sleep as well," chuckled his driver, "because everyone needs their sleep." "Or maybe you shouldn't work too hard," suggested the fireman. "Then you wouldn't feel so tired." Arthur knew his fireman had a point. He knew work was important, and now he knew he didn't have to work too hard at his job. Tomorrow I'll take things easy and I'll relax more while I'm working, he decided. The driver and fireman agreed. Arthur puffed away into the night, a wiser and more sensible engine.